Alrighty, welcome back to some Satisfactory. So, doing a little bit of a bonus stream, working on that sucker over there today. But, yeah. So, if you haven't seen the last, I would say, probably the last stream, we are currently working on redesigning the entire assembly line to something bigger and just a little bit more advanced. That's able to make more materials for us. So we got like plastic, rubber, AI limiters, and all that kind of stuff now. But I know like we had built all this stuff. Speaking of which, I actually had written down all the stuff I needed. So I gotta pull that paper out right quick. Wherever it might be, there it is. So we got this station over here. I actually do plan to have an elevator. It's just a matter of figuring out where to put it. So we're getting started on that at least. It's gonna be in transport, I believe. Personnel elevator. That is a little bit larger than I expected. It did. I know for a fact that one of the things we need to do right quick is empty that out because our storage is full and I don't have any room for it. And I want to keep it going, so we'll keep that stuff that I have on me right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and just pick all this up. You know, I could just do this. Alright, it should be emptying out now. Which we do have a lot of stuff. I will say that. Alright, we're gonna be waiting for a minute here. Kick this on. Because it's going to take a little bit to empty out. I do know we are going to need the beams. So I'm going to chuck those in here. And as far as I'm aware, we do need actually, I'm going to use that concrete for the blueprint part. Put that in there. Alright, while that's emptying out for the moment, I'm going to run over and put the final pieces for Phase 3 for the versatile framework. Because that's one less thing we have to worry about now. So the reason why we're making this assembly line a lot more is, well, we need the parts for Phase 3. And it's just going to be a little bit easier way for me to actually get the materials I need. Potentially, so it's just a matter of getting the right number of stuff. Now, of course, we did have this section right here, which, if you're wondering what that is, so basically I'm having all the wire go this way, which is going to go into some parts over there. And then everything for copper sheets will go down this line, eventually come up to here. We'll split 50-50. 50% goes into that, but we'll have that 50% going here, but then it'll split another 50 going back into this to actually build AI limiters. Now, it's not the best way, but it's at least something to actually work on. Now, this is only a small portion of this conveyor belt line that we're working on. It's just a matter of getting it to actually work. So I need to put those away, and I need to put that and that. And this will probably take a while to get rid of. Okay, we got rid of that. How are we doing on this? Is it clearing up any? Not yet. We probably have a lot in here, so it's going to take a minute. The good thing is we at least know like a beam line. That's insane. Yeah, it's going to take a minute. Once these parts over here get cleared up, I think we'll be fine. So now it's this one that's going to be clearing up now. So it'll be moving pretty quickly. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be having internet issues. I know right before the stream I was having a little bit of an issue with my internet. Just because it was kind of an unexpected thing of snow and winter ice kind of deal. So things are going to be a little hiccupy a little bit while it tries to clear up today. So, the main focus right now, clearing the system out over there. That's my main goal. Second main goal is to actually probably get some cable and all the stuff we need for finishing that off, I believe, and actually connecting the rest of it to this system over here. Boom, boom, and boom. Alright, so that's going to be clearing up for a moment. And one of the other things we do need to make is encased beams, because they're very, very important for us now, at least. So, what are we doing here? Seems to be clearing up. Yeah, it's clearing up. I'm gonna give it about like 10 more minutes, I would say, until it's actually cleared up, if not a little bit longer. Let that run. Trying to think of what else I need. I think pipes we're going to need still. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off for a second and let it clear up a little. While it's clearing up for us a tiny bit here, we're gonna go ahead and... Oh, that's a lot of materials in there. Wasn't expecting that. Most of that will be used, though, I think. We're making quite a bit of progress, though. Also, if you didn't see the last stream, we streamed with Ace and Ash on some Gang Beast. Had a lot of fun times on there. Some funny moments happened, from sharks flying overhead and perfectly timed wording. And then just some jokes along the way. But we do plan on hopefully having one again. It just kind of depends on everybody's schedules and stuff. I know the day after we had streamed, me and Ace were playing some Rocket League just for fun and all that, and he was just kind of playing the game just to check it out and stuff. Dang, we're maxed out on that already. And then we played another game, but it's gonna be for a series, I believe in March. So you'll get to see that. I'm currently actually editing them and stuff, while at the same time editing another series, which that series is almost done. I just gotta do the final stuff for it. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to finish off the blueprint thing. And then I'm just going to take whatever stack we have that are fully done, which are just those, and start selling them. What mark are we on? These are Mark 4s. Alright, got 50 left. And we're good. Alright. Send that on its way. And as far as this goes, everything's cleared up so far, it seems. We're working on the cable now, on clearing it up. The beams and pipes are clearing up already. Alright, I gotta turn on the system again. Get back and going. Start cranking it out. Because I want to keep them running. One of these days, I'm going to need to make it possible for me to just build like a train line that goes to each manufacturing area, or like the mining areas and stuff, to do some things. Although we're getting quite a bit of materials through this, so I think the beams are going to take a minute to clear up, because you can tell right now it's still rendering every time it pops through how much materials we have in that. Everything else is cleared up, mostly, except for the cable. Alright, let's see. That we can get rid of. I'll pick those up. And then there we go. There's definitely going to be a lot of stuff we're going to be working on today. Because I don't remember how much materials it is. I believe it's... So it takes 36 concrete. Or 6 concrete to make 1 encased. Concrete we're making perfectly fine. Quartz are just doing their normal thing. And how far does the beams go back? Oh. Oh dear. Oh, we're gonna be waiting here for a little while, I think. Oh, they go all the way back here. Oh dear. That's... Oh man. To clear up. Because each one of these are like fully being used right now. That is insane. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit to go through here. I probably need to upgrade the thing to Mark II, I think. Because it's a Mark I. Because that should speed up the process a little bit. Just by a little bit, not much. Get that, pick that up. Everything else is seeming fine, so we'll go ahead and sell those. I am going to use that for that. Safe to say, I'm going to let this run for a little while, I think. Well, actually, I can't because I need concrete. And how much concrete we making per minute? Like 15 per minute, roughly. So it's going to take a little bit there. And it's fine. Helps me get an idea of what I need to do while I wait. So, over here, I need to build a ramp. Now I think about it. So, oh, I need my materials. I didn't grab them. Might be important if I do that. There we go. So eventually this line will actually not be here. Eventually, but for right now it's going to be. There we go. Same as close. So if you're wondering how this works, Yes, this is off by just a little bit, but not by much, though. It's actually pretty close to where I want it. So basically, we're going to have all the copper come on the back side here, and I want to try to find a way to split it. I'm probably going to do 50, a 50 split right here somewhere, and then have it send off into 3 different sections each to kind of nullify everything, or at least attempt to do that. Now, of course, on this side, this is where all the copper sheets we're going to have, which should bring us, because these are the 30, this should be the 5? Yeah, the 5 per minute. Right here. So this is all going to make 35 copper sheets per minute. This is for my cable. And that's going to be making cable. This one's going to be making cable right here. So they're going to construct and do that. And then these ones right here are going to be making just wire. So that's my kind of thought process on that. And that's just to produce everything that we need for the copper side of things on the assembly line. So I gotta figure out how to build this all, considering the fact that I'm probably going to need a lot of space here. I'm going to need more plates. So let's go get some more plates while I think about it, before I do run out. Because I'm going to have plenty in here. Pick that up. Take that, take that. We'll sell those. That I'm going to be using to build all the parts while I actually wait and stuff. So, although I still got to build the input, the output part of it. So, I need to figure out, okay, how am I going to do this first? Because I want to find out where I want the parts to go into. Priority merger, smart splitter. I do kind of wonder, like, the actual, like, if there's a part that's where you can choose what amount you want into each splitter going off, which I believe, which could be this one. I mean, it could be, but I don't know if it will be or not. We just haven't discovered it yet. I'll probably build the heavy modular frames and the computers first to finish off this Mark II. So, what we need to do is figure out the distance and where. So basically I want the 50% going in here. Is that in line? That is off by like a hair. Ew. Right here. Right there. That's where I want it. Same thing's gonna happen right here. So that's in line. There. Okay. So that creates the splitters that will go into these right here. But the problem is, I screwed up. Now that I realized. So I gotta fix this, because that's gonna go right here. Get rid of that. Collect that. Right there's the closest I'm gonna get it. I think. Or maybe do it like that. And it's still early stages, so I'm still learning where I want to put things and how I want to. So, still early. Still got a lot to figure out here. Because this... it's about figuring out how to do this. So the problem is designing the way I want. That causes problems. I don't want it to look like that. So what I could do is do something like this. And then something like that going on the inside. And then have a Mark 1 belt. No, that won't work. What about this? Will this work? Nope, that won't work. So I might have to... half inch. There we go. That is not what I meant to do. I guess, like, right there? And that would be like half. Oh, dang it. I keep on, like, unlocking it when I don't need to. Okay, I'm gonna stand on top of this. You, half inch. Thank you. Bam. Okay, break that. So this is going to do what I want it to do. So if I can figure out one side, then I can easily figure out the other. It's quite simple like that. Curve, what I could do, because it's just in that spot where it can be a problem. Because that perfectly works how I want it. this, not so much. Maybe something like that. How does that look? And then, okay. Something like that, maybe? Granted, I'm probably gonna put like a pole right here. Dismantle that piece. We're gonna move this back. Okay, there we go. So first step's to do this, because that's gonna make that perfectly into line. This is gonna connect into that. That's gonna break. Then what we do is have this come like this, like so, just like on the other side. Then mark one, send it this way. Mark one. We're gonna need to figure out how to do this. I could go over it, because if I go why is that so much higher than the other? It's a little strange why I did that. Okay, do that. What does this do? Do something like that instead. What's it connecting to? I see. Something like that would work. Because what it'll do is it'll go 50, 50, well, 33 right here. Or disconnect that. Because the way it's supposed to go is 50% goes here, the other 50 goes in here, right? Or it splits it 50-50. I screwed it up already. I can already tell you that now. Because the way I was trying to do is split 50. Trying to think of number-wise. Because how many ingots is that per minute? On each side. That's 20, 40, 60, 70. So we need 70 ingots. So it's... So we need 70 there. And then 15... 15. So we got 215, so that would be 30. 45. 60. 75. 90. 90 plus the 70, so that's... Meaning we need... So we need to make 160 ingots per minute. Which... I don't know how much this makes. How much does it make? Up to 60. So that means we would have to upgrade that. I need to expand this a little bit more, I think. It's just a matter of figuring out the best way possible to have this work. Because if we got 160 ingots, that'll directly split off to so if we did 160, which would turn it into about like 85, 80. Okay, so I was close to that. So that means one side would be getting a little too much. So how can I do 80 going into 3 times and make it 26? So I basically would need to make this thing just on one side have like 8 splitters. And probably like 6 mergers or something just to send it through. So see, the problem is figuring something out that would work, right? Because you got the 50, that'll split 160, which will bring 180 or 80 right down to each one. This one needs 70. This one needs a little bit extra. So what if I dismantle all this, right? I'm just going to dismantle it, scrap the whole idea of this whole section until I can figure out how to exactly get that number the best way possible. So I think what I need to do is, if I can figure out, get the main started. So we'll have a splitter here, right? We'll have it all the way back here. That's perfectly in line. So split off. What's 160 by 33%? Brings me to 107. For some odd reason. I don't even know how that math even came out like that. Okay. Where's the split? Because I want to get the main section done. Boom. Okay, this will do that. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3. Okay. Obviously, it's gonna come right in here. That's without a doubt. So, do something like this. So if I have, that's gonna be in the way. I'm gonna scrap these parts right here for the moment, just to make sure it actually connects. Okay, so I got 80 coming out of this one, and 80 coming out of this one. So the 80 go this way. Well, in order for us to get the amount we need to get 10. So how many? We need 8 splitters just in order to get us to actually get it. So I might use this right here to build some. It's kind of one of those things that I'm going to need plates. I'm going to take all these beams that we have here because, well, they're going to be useful. So let's think about this. If I have a splitter, which is right here, we'll use this as my main splitter. In order for us to get 80, things first. Just trying to get boom, because that will split into that. Let me create another splitter. Or we just have to split it 8 times in order to get the right amount. So that'll be 1. So splits into 2 here. Split into 3, 4, 5. And now split into 6. Right here. I'll split into 7. Right here. So this splits into 7 times. Technically. Right? So that means we need to build one right here. Like so. have a merger right there. But we still need that extra little bit. I need exactly 80 pieces. So let me go get some ore here. I'm going to turn this down to about 30 per minute. And we'll not use that. We'll use this one. Boom. We'll take the ore that we have there. So this is going to split off perfectly. I mean, when I mean perfectly, I mean perfectly. And this is going to be a fun little project of mine. Can I have this on the outside here? I can. We'll do it like this. So we must master it to get 70 to 10. So. If I wanted to do this, how would I do it? Well, first things first. This probably won't work right here. That will. Merger. So in order for us to merge, lock it. Has to be right in the middle of there. That. And it's all about taking my time to discover something for me to work here. Well, first things first. Got that taken care of right there. This is off just by a hair. Because this will be used as a blueprint here. Okay. That creates that. So first things first. Oh, I got these backwards here. Really? I can't send it that way? Fine. Do it like this. This will help us figure out what we need to do. That's off. I'm gonna fix that. It's all about figuring out, okay, how can I do this kind of deal. Because then if I can figure out this section, I can probably just build it over there. Okay. Alright. Test number uno. Oh, we might have a slight issue there. Maybe. Hello? Game? Why is it not working? That's not what I want. I wanted this. Fine. For some reason it doesn't want to work. That's a little weird why it didn't want to work. Is it just not allowed to work? No? Okay, so note to self, that doesn't work. Okay. I guess we're just going to have to build this out here right quick. I have an idea. See if it works, so... There. Because the way I did it... is I need to build like a little pad here. Okay. So if I want to do this the correct way, do it like that. I'm gonna scooch that up just a hair. There we go. Because then what I did is put some close by. Do like right there. 2. Okay. That creates that. Now I need mergers. Go right here, I believe. This one's a little bit more compact. I know that for a fact. That is not what I meant to do. How dare it. Go there. There you go. You go there. You will go there. And then you will go there. And then what we'll do is have this go in here, go in there. I'm gonna just do this right quick. Industrial, which is just gonna be testing. Boom. Boom. Okay. See what this does. Because this should bring us about to 40. Because that's just as of right now. Because this should bring us to the 40 mark range. This kind of help us figure out, okay, where can I improve this kind of deal. So obviously, we're going to need a splitter. This one will take that. This will merge with it. I think. Because I'm going to prioritize this one to 70. So what I could do is change all the items went through, which would bring us to 40, which is correct. Oh, no, we're not. Okay. So we got 80. So what we probably need to do is change this one to a splitter again. Because we gotta split the whole number. Okay, that's correct. Oh, I see what it's doing. Trying to figure out how I can do this. Alright, how about this? Let's move this back to the original way I had it just now. And then connect this back up. Like so. And what I could do is do a merger up here. I have a splitter back here. Which will do that. But then what I could do is do... I need a conveyor pole, which will help do this. That. Which in turns splits it again. So let's try this and see if this works. Because that's my main goal is I'm trying to get 10. Trying. Which then I could do a merger. Probably up here on this side. And turn. Well, let's have that run, because obviously I want to see how it works and how efficiently it can do it. Because eventually at the end of the day, it has to make it, and that may take me a minute to figure out here. Obviously, I think this is going to keep it 40-40 still, until I can get that merger that I have this. This will split. And this is a splitter. We only have the merger there. Unless for some reason I can split right there, move it around this way, and merge over here. Okay, I believe that's all of it. Almost. Alright, that seems to be all of it right there. This. So if I do this instead, have this one split. There we go. Then I have this split right here. That should bring us to like 30 something. Like, I would say probably about 32 on one side. Because it will take me a minute. And this is just the next section part. Well, while that's clearing up for a minute, I'm going to go over here. See how everything's going right here. Do that. Alright, still going. Still got a little bit. Because obviously this project is going to be very large. I can already tell you right now, this is definitely getting a lot more, that's for sure. So it's a good step in the right direction. It's just a matter of figuring out the total logistics of it. And it's not going to be small either. I could have it split right here as well if I wanted to. Split it right between these two. So we're at 53 to 27. That's pretty good so far. And we don't have any merge space up here. So what do we do in order to make it split again? We could do a splitter. Bells turn sharply. So what we could do, split again. That turns too much. Okay. Nudge. Boom. Like so. We would need to move it out a little bit further if we wanted to. So I might try that and see. Now I just need this, that. Connect that with that. That will do this. This. super tight fit. So what I'm going to need to do, dismantle that piece, do this, have it turn that way. Do that. Boom. That connects into that issue. Okay. I will get this one of these days. Alright, let's get this piece in at least. Okay. Test number 3. And while that's testing right quick, I'm gonna run to the restroom. That's the wrong button. Gosh dang it. Alright. Now. Alright, back. Alright, I'm back. So, how did the test do? 21. So we're getting there. Probably a couple more times the splitting. So this is another splitter. I'm going to need to extend this. And I'm going to try and make this look nice even. So once I got the generalized idea of it, then I can. Fuel. There. Obviously we had the splitter right here. So now I just need to do the same over here. Half nudge move right. That'll be correct. Which direction does it go? It goes this way. Which then we have a merger right there. Oh no, we don't have a merger. We have put this the wrong direction already. Oh, come on. You worked on the other side. You should be able to work here too. Okay. This is a little bit of an issue, but I think I can figure it out. If I do this, have this go over here, this turn around, or have this do this. Then I can do this. Test it. Test it again. Testing begins. I mean, we're making some progress. And eventually I want to have, you know, where it's not so ugly looking. And I can figure out, okay, where do I need to move things and how do I need to move it. And I can just copy this design in a way, you know? So, and we'll just copy it backwards like in a way. So far, as it stands, we've made some pretty good progress, in my opinion. And we gotta build 2 of these. or one that actually continues to merge, the other not so much. So we only in actuality need to make one. One of these giant configurations. I'm actually going to get rid of this design here. It's a good starter, to say the least. Oh, not that. I don't want to delete the Mark 1, you know? That would be unfortunate. Alright. And it does take a minute to actually clear things through. I would imagine it hasn't changed a bunch. Because I want to make sure, one, it's compact. Two, it at least looks nice with the rest of this. So, obviously it's not going to be a very permanent structure, but I'm probably going to be looking at it quite a bit. So I want to at least make sure it's designed properly too. The functionality of it. 61. We're getting close. I think a couple more times and then we got it. So, get that. Test again. Because we're almost there, that's for sure. Overall, this is a very large structure piece. But it's also very important for the rest of the entire line. Now, I'm impressed with it, so... While that's doing its thing, I'm gonna go check on this and see how it did. It's got quite a bit. Go, sort of that. Okay, well, that's selling. How'd this do? Looks like... I think it finished already. Alright. It's at 18. $18 on one side, $62 on the other. Okay. So that means we're going to need to split it. Again. Somehow we need to split it. Because what's half of 18? That's like 8. I want to test it and see. Just kind of get an idea. Because that's what I'm thinking, is it would bring it to 8. Which puts us 2 below the actual thing we need. So... what I could do is do... that back up there. I might have to rerun the test since it did that. Well, it's fine. Good thing is it's not a permanent thing here. I mean, so far it's doing what I want. I've only gotten 5 in this. I want to just double check and make sure, because I have an idea of thinking that's more than likely what I'll have to do is I'll have to add a splitter right here to then merge up there somehow. But the rest of this? That's the way I'm thinking. Oh, well, it's at 9. I want to rerun the test just to be safe and make sure it comes out the way. Because, I mean, we're pretty close to it. It's almost there. Yeah, it's really, really close. Let's double check and see. See it through. Because, yeah, I think this would help at the end of it, and then just connect it to the rest of the 3 to split off correctly. Now, it may take a minute for it to actually run, but... I think we'll get there in time. It's going to take some time of figuring out the whole copper situation. And that's while I'm waiting, I might as well do this. There we go. So we got that. This should be still finishing off. The second round of testing is one short. So what I could do is do, yeah. So it's at 9, so it is correct there. Now the fun part is just splitting this off. Have a merger up here. Oh, come on, you can do it. Okay. Merger. Because this is supposed to split off. Because the merger will go down this way, which then connects to this. So how can I acquire said thing? Try that and see. We just gotta tweak this a little bit, I think. That splits it. This splits again, which sends that there, and sends that there, and sends that there. So that's a that should bring us to like 11, I think, right? If the math is correct of it. I'll be really surprised if it goes down lower. Alright, let's get this concrete in. So we're gonna need it, especially now. I mean, so far, we've made good progress on this. It's just a matter of figuring out, okay, where do I need to improve this to make it look better and more compact. Oh! Damn. Okay. Well then, that works. So, I want to make sure, as a double check, does this work again? If you can see my face right now, I am smiling like a little goblin. Not gonna even lie. Like, that is a good sign right there after spending, like, an hour almost trying to figure this out. And all we'll have to do is just put it on that one side. And it's only half. And we're gonna have to speed it up, the whole process of it, doing it. So, it's getting there. So this whole thing right here, yeah, it's gonna need to be compacted. So I'm gonna need to do whatever I did here. Just put it into that little machine there to kind of get the final atlas area of it. And so far, it looks like it's gonna hit its mark. So we'll have to probably do is move this section out a little bit further to make this look nicer. But as of right now, this is almost the final product of it. And as of right now, with all the ore going in, I think we got everything for the ore. Okay, well, guess now we just gotta recreate this again to get the final version of this. And a little bit more compact. Do that. So this is all going to be compacted and extended in ways that we need to. So what I'll do here is obviously like this, like that. So that's all connected right here. Cap. Then we need 2 splitters, which will connect over here. Remove this one, And now, I don't remember which direction did I put it. Did I put in... I would imagine the straight shot way. Oh no, I didn't even do that. So the orange is the way it goes, right? Okay, orange is the way it goes, so I already did it wrong. Oh, I did it. Why did it go that way? Okay. Oh, I fell. Come on, get up there. That's all I need. Okay. So far, we are correct, and it's became more compact. So far. Now, we need to build a splitter that takes the input, that. And we'll even double check it to make sure once this final product is done. That's already the wrong way. Flashlight. This will help a little bit. Okay. Focus on the major side part. So we got a merger. That goes straight across. And a Mark 1 that goes up. And I believe it went right here. We need a merger. When you wish it was daylight already again. Oh, we got a slight issue. So this needs to be a splitter. There is a splitter that I did not see there for a second. So let's see. We need to have a line that goes right through here. So I'm going to do is that. Say, hey, don't do that. Close enough. So the way we go about this. So we'll do right here. Remove that piece. We'll have a splitter. Goes right there. Then we'll have, let's have this go up. This go up at the same time. Which will then connect those two. Or at least that's the way I'm wanting it to. Then we'll have a merger up here with it. Which then takes that this way. Takes this. Up here so I can see what it looks like. I liked it this way better. Much more compact already. We're already seeing a good difference. Sort of. Then what happens? So, it has the line. So we need a merger that has another splitter. Then has another merger that, well actually, that merger goes down. This. Do that. Maybe like that, I would say. It's close. It's very, very close. I'm trying to change a few things with it as well. From this design to the next. Then we have another merger. Actually, no. I think this is the entire line section right here that we got completed now. Because now all we need to do is the right half. Which means dealing with all the splitter parts. So, as of right now, we need to figure out the whole ordeal of it. Because there's a merger and a splitter involved. Or a couple of mergers and a splitter. It's gonna take me a few looks to get, but I'll get it. It's merger. So let's get the middle section, which has a merger in the center of it, like. It's about like right here. Well, actually, no, it's about right here. Right? Trying to figure out how I could do this. So get the splitter. This is supposed to go up that way. No. It's supposed to go the other way. Opposite side. Close enough, but almost there. Actually, I'm gonna send it that way. I've almost gotten this. It's definitely getting more compact, that's for sure. So we got a merger close to it, which we'll need to move. But it's on the lower half of it. Which is like right here. What's that? Now I'm confusing myself. That. Wonder if there's a possible way for me to compact this a bit more. Okay. We have another splitter and a merger. bit. Obviously, this isn't the final thing. It's close to it, but still gotta... Yeah. So why do I have a merger here? There. Fixed. Alright, let's save this as... let's do... / split system. I'll do that. Aww. I'm still learning this whole designer thing. Good thing is I sort of remember what everything is. The only thing is, this thing's so tight, too. Oh, that's not right. If I hadn't noticed that. It's unfortunate, but that it did that. It won't let me save it. But we can at least figure out what we need to do here. I'm just gonna do this. Further away enough. It's unfortunate, but merger and then that way. Line go across here. Line. So it needs to be like right there. Like right there. Hopefully that works. That is not what I meant to do there. Well, it's already compact on this side, which is insane to think that's possible. We need another merger. So, and then I believe there was a belt. Yeah, there was another piece. Okay, let's remove that because I think that's confusing me right now. So the way I did it is I had a merger down below. So it's too close. Right there, I would say. Because then we had that, which goes up there. Actually, let's redesign that. Face that way. Yeah, that's what we did. Because we had like that, and then like this. Nope. We'll do it like that. So this needs to go forward like. There's a reason why. Then we'll have a splitter. Goes across. So, I think that's it. I think we've completed it again. This time we didn't actually break it. I mean, overall, the size of it's, I feel like it's a lot nicer and a lot smaller now than it was before. Something's not right. I think. Some might not be right. Oh no, maybe it is. Yeah. It's correct. Alright, let's try to save this time. Alright. So is it actually there now? It's not. So why is it not saving? Okay. I need a little testing ground. Okay, delete that. You gotta test it. It's all about testing this. Trying to see where. Okay, this is the front. Oh. Gosh, that was... Dang! Okay. For a second there, I thought it broke. That's actually cool. I like that. So now... we're gonna test the rest of this. It should do what I want it to do. I need more plates. So overall, the status of it has very much so been correct. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is just to kind of test it, so not the final, but this should be close to it all, I believe, or if not, on it. Because overall, it should work just as is. That's not good. Well, that's correct. So, is there a belt? Ah, okay. So there wasn't a belt on it. Somehow there wasn't a belt. Although I could have sworn I put a belt. Unless it broke. Well, so far it's working. So the only issue we've had was that belt piece, which is, I don't even know how that didn't get put in. But everything else did, so that's good. So is there a way, I forget if I can edit. Okay, it works. Wait. Why are we missing some stuff? We're missing like a good 20. Or 16. Ah, rare. So this is to help figure out what the issue is. So there's gonna be some issues, which that's why we're. Wait, which way did I place that? Not the way I want. Wait a second. So we messed up on a section there. I think I figured out what might be the issue. Because our first issue was this sucker. Not getting its materials. Second was that. That should fix it. How do we got 82? What? Did it duplicate? Okay. Interesting. Never seen that before. Where it duplicates like that. I'll just sell it because I don't really need them. There's always a reason why we test. To make sure it works. Before it has more issues. So let's go ahead and fix that on this side of things, because we know what the issue is for this one is. It should still work the correct way and stuff. So now we just wait for its test to be complete to make sure there's no other flaws in it. Because obviously there was. If I can get up here. Yep, thank you. Yeah, as of right now, it's working, so that's good. Obviously, we can speed up the process of it and all that kind of stuff, which we might do. Potentially. Okay. Looks like there's no backups, so that's good. We got 10 in that, so that's correct. And this one should have 70. Correct. Alright. Good. Very good. So now, for those wondering what we're going to do, is we're going to save that. Cancel. We're going to do 70/10. Can I really not add the name? Really? 70, 10, split system. Okay, but then it grays out. Why is that? Add. Is it too long? No. Why is it not working? Huh? Oh, but that... Is it because of the dash? Or the slash? It's because of the slash is why it's not been working. Oh, that is so picky. Wow, okay. That is so picky. What? Why can you not use that? So this is the original. That was like one of the most pickiest things I've ever seen. I just want to make sure this works again. Obviously it should, more than likely. So the cause of that whole thing of me not being able to save it was just because that is okay. Interesting, to say the least. Yep. We choose, thank you. I mean, overall, now the system works. Oh, dear Lord. And obviously we can always fix certain things as well. Okay. Test. Last test, hopefully. And it should finish out completely correct here. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with it. We went from that craziness of a spaghetti thing to this, a more compact, a little bit more organized look. And so far it's working the way I want it. The last little bit's coming in. Because now we know it'll work for the copper and all that. And this is just only part of it. So, because the whole goal of it is to go right here. So we're going to get rid of that. Because my goal is I want to get this as best as possible. And or like line this up correctly. Alright. Correct. And correct. Alright. It is finally done. After some painful thinking for some of this, trying to figure out what needs to be fixed and how it needs to be working. I will say it does seem to work well. I want to remove that piece. Kind of crazy how compact you got, though, compared to this one. And it's not too of an expensive piece. But it's at least there. Delete that. There we go. Just like that, we got the very first part of this. Oh, this is gonna be a very long assembly line redesign kind of deal. But yeah, this is definitely gonna work in its way. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this piece off. I'm more than likely pretty sure it's gonna be doing what it needs to do. Correct, correct, correct. Alright. So, this is where the fun part begins. Getting this to fit. Blueprints. Okay, that's in line. I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm gonna that back. That should be in line with that. Okay, so that is going to be the 70-80 split for this stuff here. Just like that. Now, some of you are probably like, well, why did you do it like this? Because I'm going to be having the other 10 come over here into this. That was the whole goal. It's taking us this entire stream just to build this section. And we're not even halfway done. Well, maybe. We might be. I don't know if we are at that point yet. I don't want the merger, I want the belt piece. I just find it funny how this is all working. Oh man, this whole thing is, it's amazing, but I'm curious though on like the whole shebang of it. Ooh. I need to turn this up a little bit more. Okay. We need to turn the copper thing back on. Not gonna lie, that was a lot of fun trying to figure out how to build that. Granted, it was a little difficult. I'm trying to get it to work how we need it. Can I pick these up? Alright, now we're going to be picking this up for a minute. And then once we got the other sections made, we'll be good to go, I think. Alright, there we go. Built that. Now we just gotta test this. Well, actually, no, it should work because of the thing there. So... now we gotta figure out the whole situation with the rest of this. Okay, so I want to flip around actually. So if I have I'm trying to think of how this would work because we got the 80 coming in. Got 30 plus the 30. $60. 75. So the best way I could probably do this is 80, which will split into, well, how many times is 80? That's 26 per thing. So that means we need to do this. what we could do is have a merger. There. Probably connect these three. Build the merger here. Oh, let me up there. Come on. And we'll skirt it. Did not. Okay. Didn't even dismantle. I'll just make sure to do that. So we got that built. Great. It's a good start right there. And if you're wondering what we do now, so obviously we got that splitter. I'm not going to dismantle that yet because, well, that would cause some problems for us. Oh, we got a lot of items here. I mean, a lot is a lot. Okay, that's all I'm gonna be making for a minute here. So if I have this, right? I need to build another splitter. Like, I'll do that right there for a moment. What's like the center of this? Oh, it's like right there. I see where it is. Right there. Like that. Like that. Remove that. Now, some of you are probably like, well, why does this look so strange? This doesn't need like a super advanced thing at all. And this needs the super advanced side of it. So overall, this should work. Now, the reason why I'm not getting rid of this quartz lime, well, there's two reasons. One, I'm letting all the quartz completely just get used up. Now, of course, that's going to be a little while before we do have that happen, because it's all the way back here still. And there's no cable line going towards it anymore, because I deleted that. I don't know how long ago, either if it was just a little during when I was destroying stuff, or when, but I would assume a little while ago. So we'll head back. It'll take a while. But I'm also not in a rush to get it taken care of right now. I'm building this, because this stuff is going to take me a little while. And obviously there's going to be some clipping, which is going to be typical. So let's think about this. We need how many? 15 per minute. So we need one going each. So we're gonna have to create something here for this entire thing, mind you. So we're gonna have to figure out, okay, how are we gonna build this next system? Which is probably going to be similar to that one, in a way. Because that's 75, well, 15, 30, 45, 60. 75. And then you got 80. So we got 80 per minute on this side. So that means I would need to make something that can do 5. So I think what we'll do is, obviously this materials I'm going to have to get out of my inventory for the time being. I'm going to sell some stuff very quick. Of materials I have on me, it's insane. we go. Now we can sell all this. Which is going to take a while. But honestly, I'm glad that we got this built. Because it took a while for us to do. And we still got a lot to do. We still got to work on getting the belting system over here even. But we got to wait on the Mark IVs and stuff. So that will also take its time. Although I do got a little bit of a thing I want to try. So with the Blueprint Designer, okay, so we do have the materials for it. So what we'll have to do is change it up some. Possibly. Let that run. How much are we at right now, actually? 4 tickets? Okay, not bad. Alright. Well, I think what I'm going to do is tomorrow, what we'll do is we're going to work on the 80 to over 5, the 85, well, 80 to 5 split. Or the 15, whatever it's going to be called, depending on what we do with it. Probably a 15-5 split system. Maybe. Although, it should work. Okay. That's definitely something. But yeah, I definitely hope you guys enjoyed this one. Obviously, be sure to join the Discord because you get notifications on when we have YouTube videos release, except for the VODs. I might have to work on that if I can get back into the stuff for it. And then, obviously, be sure to check out the main channel and all that. We do regular content daily and all that. Every day has a specific video that releases on it. And all that. And yeah. And I guess I will see you guys tomorrow. So, you guys have a good one. Later.